So yeah, I like FPSs. What can I say? There's nothing like the rush of hunting people down and killing them.
Alright guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to solo the third part of Crota's End. This is the hardest part for many people due to the massive amount of teamwork and cooperation required to beat it within the 3-minute time limit. This part is also known as the most annoying and pointless part of the raid due to Bungie's brilliant idea to make this part of the raid give absolutely no rewards at all. Okay, now to start with the tutorial. Our overall goal of this part is to prevent the tone deaf witch from killing us with her awful singing by, of course, killing her first. We will refer to this person as the singing witch. Before we can deal with the singing witch, we have to kill 2 Shriekers, and before we can kill the 2 Shriekers, we have to kill 2 wizards. Now, dealing with all this within 3 minutes while being barraged with endless hordes of level 32 knights and acolytes might be a little tough for some, and by some I mean me specifically. Normally you're going to want to have 2 teams split up into 3, and kill both witches at the same time, and then immediately after killing both witches, you teams will kill both Shriekers at the same time, all while dodging the relentless knights from one hit killing your entire fire team and making you try this over and over and over for hours for no rewards. Where was I going with this again? Alright, I was just about to explain how we aren't going to be doing any of that useless nonsense at all. Instead, we aren't even going to worry about the 3-minute timer. We're going to be abusing a wonderful exploit I found that shuts up the singing witch until we give her permission to die. There's just one simple thing to do in order to make this exploit happen. You can't let the large group of knights that hang out of the back left corner of the map, relative to where we spawn in, see you at all. So first thing first, you're going to want to have one person, we will call this person the runner, run into the hallway that is connected to the room located directly above to where we spawn. Once the runner enters the hallway, he or she should pull aggro the first wizard. At the same time, the rest of the fire team needs to go into one of the back 2 towers located in the back corner of the room, while avoiding aggro of the large group of knights. Once the runner grabbed the aggro of the witch by entering the hallway, the runner needs to leave the hallway and run to the back corner of the tower with the rest of his or her fire team. Now that the whole team is back together, we will begin the customary welcome ceremony of guardians, filling the guest of honor with hot lead. Be sure that none of the knights from the bottom stairway can aggro onto your fire team before engaging the first wizard, as if they do aggro onto you, it'll start the song and will ruin everything. They like to wander up to the stairs sometimes to check on commotions because they come a little bored, but if they have nothing to keep them entertained, they'll wander back down. In other words, don't shoot them. Sometimes the wizards like to hide back in the room it came from, but shooting one of his friends inside the hallway is always a great way to persuade him to come back out and play some more. Once you finally finish off his first wizard, you're going to want to do the same thing on the opposite side of the map. The runner will go into the room, steal him or herself a wizard, and meet up with the friends in the back tower once again. Again, be sure that none of the knights from the other side stairwell can see you. Once this last wizard is down for the count, you get to go bully some knights. Whenever you run out of ammo, just make sure to wait 30 seconds or so. That'll give you long enough for your ammo to regenerate all on its own. One great way to see around corners is to dance or sit in your corner, which will let you go into third-person view. And while in third-person view, you can see around any corner nearby, because that's totally how sitting works. First, we're going to be killing the two knights that were watching the wizard that we just killed a second ago. Next, the whole fire team needs to run into the right hallway relative to where we spawned in and kill anything they see, which should be one knight and 4 acolytes. Sometimes the two knights that were supposed to be outside guarding the wizard are a little scary and hide out in this room as well. You would have to just deal with them normally. Now that you've killed everything in the right hallway, we have to deal with the two Shriekers. The Shriekers stay hidden until the song from the witch begins, so we're going to have to go start it. In order to start the song, you have to aggro the knights, which we've been avoiding this whole fight. The whole fire team needs to go into the back left corner tower and wait there to make sure that none of the knights from the bottom stairwell can see you. Once the coast is clear, snipe off any enemies that you can see inside the left hallway. Sometimes there are two knights hanging outside this hallway door. They will respawn after killing them every single time, so it's best just to ignore them. Once you pick off any enemies inside the room, we can get started on the tough part. Now that we've picked off all the enemies, you're going to shoot the large group of knights in the bottom left corner of the map until you see that the witch has started her song. When the song starts, it'll pop up on the left side of the screen, right over your weapons and ammo and grenade types. Once the witch's song starts, your team needs to run into the left hallway immediately and kill the Shrieker that has just spawned in as soon as possible, while staying off the ground to avoid knights that will attempt to put an end to all of your fun. This second Shrieker is a lot easier to deal with, as you can kill it from outside the hallway using the door frame as cover. Careful with their blasts, as they do a ton of damage to you if you get hit directly. Once this second and last Shrieker is dealt with, the walls behind him will despawn. Now don't be hasty here, as the Death Blast will kill you if you get hit by it, so just stay outside the room for just a second for it to despawn. Once the Death Blast is despawned, into the room on the right hallway and begin killing the Singing Witch. The best strategy for this is once again stay off the ground, as only enemies on the right hallway should be thralls, which will spawn in indefinitely, and 2 explosive thralls, which can be dealt with relatively easily. Along the walls are rectangular boxes which you can stand on and be completely safe from thralls and still shoot at the Singing Witch. There's also a few chains hanging from the ceiling which have hooks attached to them where you can also jump onto. But I find this to be needlessly difficult, so it's best to stick with boxes. And one of the best strategies, but more dangerous, is also to go into the room with the Singing Witch. Inside the room, you can jump on the door frames and be completely safe as long as you're standing on top. The only problem is actually getting there safely, and the fact that acolytes and the witch can sometimes get easy shots on you. Just give the Singing Witch everything you have, and she should go down without much hassle. Use heavy. I recommend using a Gallahorn if you have it. During the last 30 seconds of the witch's awful singing, it seems that she takes a lot more damage as well as not moving at all or fighting back, so don't give up until the very last second. As you finally silence her singing, it is still not quite over. You need to kill everything that you see until the new mission pops up on screen. I'm not sure about the exact number of enemies that it takes killing in order to start this new part, so just play it safe. Equip the icebreaker and sit back and let your ammo regen over time. This will be the very last part of this third part of the raid, and the hardest part of the raid. Once you complete this, just sit back and cry to yourself quietly as you realize you just wasted a ton of time doing a useless task for no rewards at all. Congratulations, you have just been trolled by Bungie. Well, thank you for watching my video, and I would love to share more quality content with you in the future. So if you want to stay updated for my next amazing Destiny video, come hit that subscribe button. Knowing that my content is good enough to make people want to come back for more is what pushes me to put out better content every time. If you like this video and would like more content similar to this, click that like button. It's just a second and it's completely free, so why not? Plus I hear all the kids are doing it nowadays. And lastly, make sure you leave a comment expressing any opinions you have for me about my videos. This video was made solely because I was asked to in comments and on the Destiny Companion app forums. I really appreciate any feedback and love to make more improvements if that is possible. Thanks for watching and best of luck taking on the Crota.